Day one is in the books.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Want some water? It's showtime. Here is your host, Carolina Dad.
What is going on, Panthers? I just moved the microphone. I'm not even using the microphone right now. We're just using AirPods. What is going on, folks? Welcome in. Late night getting on here. We're going to get everybody caught up to speed. We will possibly switch over exclusively to YouTube streaming because that's actually helped me pick up quite a few followers, not fans. Not a team or anything like that. I don't have fans. Let's chill. Anyways, folks, hope you guys are doing well out there. We are going to get caught up on the draft board. Of course, talk through Panthers. Let's see. I was on Panthers.com and I was guessing the Nick Scourton press conference was getting ready to happen. It's actually happening right now. I am not going to play it. We'll play that after in just a few minutes once we go through. I'm just looking at what's happening out there. They're asking a few questions. Anyways, folks, we are going to break down the trade that happened. We're going to discuss that, take a look at the big board, and, of course, recap the second round of the draft as we're nearing the end. Already there, Baltimore Ravens are up, Nolan's team. Curious who they're going to be taking. Also, of course, I hope you guys are doing well. If you want to join the show, all you have to do is get into the comments, like, subscribe, all those good things help us continue to grow. We came in today, and we'll get into the board in a second. We'll look at all the picks. I mean, you guys know who's who, what's what, how everything has played out. But I think one of the questions that we had is, are the Panthers going to try to trade up? And there for the longest time, as we got within about 9 or 10 picks of the Carolina Panthers pick, hey, y'all, I am switching Wi-Fis. Give me one sec. All right. It shows the signal is worse. Now it's slowly coming up. We're going to see. All right. Sorry about that. Switched over the Wi-Fi, different Wi-Fi upstairs. Also, I don't have my normal camera. We're using the laptop camera all fun stuff here. But anyways, where the heck was I going? Okay. Questions about what were the Carolina Panthers going to do? We saw a few edges go off the board. Around 44 and 45. And then folks are like, okay, are the Panthers going to do it? Are they going to go up and get their guy? Are they going to make a trade up? And sure enough, they do, which we're going to dissect that trade in just a little bit as well. Talk about the swap. I'm not a huge fan of it, and to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the trade, but I also will acknowledge it's not a terrible trade. It's not one of those, no offense, DJ Johnson, but it's not one of those where we're moving up and I'm like, oh, why are you guys doing this? It's not that level. And I was actually trying to go back. For me personally, dog, you do this solo, you got to have multiple drinks. We got one drink here, an additional water bottle back here that you guys can't see. We are loaded up, making sure that we are covered and hydrated. So let's see. I did not have Nick Scourton in any of my mock draft mania drafts from this past week, which is a little bit surprising. Maybe he just wasn't there at some of the picks that I had. It's not like he was under the radar or anything like that as far as like fitting in with the Panther scheme and everything. But I think it's time to go ahead and break it down. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. As the news comes in, you know what? I have to throw some stuff on in the background. Number one, oh my gosh, y'all. I've wondered why it's been quiet. I have not been listening to the draft. So I've been having to go out here on X. We are going to get the draft on for myself in the background. I'm going to try this again. I tried it yesterday and it was a terrible decision for me personally because I'm just not a great multitasker. So I'm going to try to listen in. Oh, wait, oh yeah, Mike Green off the board. Wait, did he go to Baltimore? I'm just now getting caught up. So, yes, he did. Wow. The Baltimore Ravens. I feel like they're an organization that can manage whatever, if there is baggage, if there are speculations going on. Their team. Oh, man. I got a message in my buddy who we're talking about. He's again Green Bay fan, Caleb, but we're talking about Mike Green. We're wondering where he's going to go and where's Shador going to go. Anyways, all right, let's go back, get into the board, let's take a look at where we sit at for now. And again, you guys can jump into the comments if you want. It would be much appreciated. Hope you guys are doing well on a Friday night. Let's try this board. And we're going to take a look at day 2. Right off the bat, linebacker Carson Schlesinger out of UCLA. He's one that I think Panthers fans, I know, at least I was hoping some way he could fall to 57, but that just wasn't the case. You can go look at the live board, the live draft board here. He was one of the best linebackers. Right here, Carson Schlesinger, outside of Jahad Campbell and Jalen Walker. And Demetrius Knight. He's another one that went earlier than I anticipated. I thought the Panthers would possibly have a chance to get him, but that didn't pan out. It's okay. Let's go back to the draft home. Oh, we don't want to go to draft home. That's what I get. Get this back on track to, we're going to say draft central. Wouldn't that make sense? It does. Jaden Higgins, Houston Texans, pick 34. Nick Emenwari. And you know what? For at least 5 minutes of this broadcast, we have to represent the South Carolina Gamecocks. You guys know I am a part-time Gamecocks fan due to family ties. I'm sorry, Clemson fans. The Clemson side of the house, they're split there down there in South Carolina. The Clemson side of the house did not pull me in. They didn't pull me in hard enough. So it's Gamecocks all day is my part-time job when I'm not a fan of the University of North Carolina. South Carolina Gamecocks defense making its presence known in the second round of the NFL draft. Hat tip to those guys, Nick Emanwari. Let's look. TJ Saunders, and like we just said, Knight going to the Bengals, which is a nice addition there. Anyways, all right, I'll take the hat off for a second. So Nick Emanwari, Quinn Sean Judkins, running back out of Ohio State. Oh boy, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Jonah Stavinea out of Arizona. Trayvon Henderson, Ohio State. Luther Burden, another wide receiver that folks had. And man, is this a shocker? Possibly new quarterback within the NFC South. I mean, you look at the quarterback situation now. You have Michael Penix, Kirk Cousins still sitting in the waiting, Baker Mayfield, and then Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shaw. That's your two guys. We'll see. TJ Sanders, nice pickup for Buffalo. Mason Taylor, tight end out of LSU. Alfred Collins, he's another one that we had on the board, or most people did in hopes. I mean, these are kind of dreams, though. Like, we knew odds of multiple of these guys falling that far, probably not the case. Really good prospect. The kid out of Boston College, edge. Same thing with falling right after that with Ohio State. Then Terrence Ferguson for Oregon, Will Johnson, the cornerback, to Arizona. Arante Ursary, that was one that folks potentially wondered if the Panthers would take a look at. Didn't happen. Knight to the Bengals. Elijah Arroyo makes me feel a little bit better about mocking him in some of mine. And the pick with the Carolina Panthers, of course, moving up to Nick Scourton. We're going to talk about him in just a second. We're also going to talk about the trade and what was the value. There was a lot of things exchanged. I already put out some information on that. Oladejo, edge. Lots of edges gone. What is that? 5 counting Mike Green in the second round. It's a deep class. Cornerback Morrison from Notre Dame goes to Tampa Bay. Anthony Belton, shout out to the NC State Wolfpack. Always going to give our North Carolina schools some love, even though I'm a North Carolina fan. I always shout out these schools here. Ole Miss, Trey Harris, wide receiver, goes to the Chargers. Chargers getting a wide receiver, and of course, Omarion Hampton, my favorite running back. Yes, biased. How about the Chicago Bears getting Ozzie Trapilo? Solid draft class, in my opinion, for the Bears. I like Luther Burden. I like Ozzie Trapilo and Loveland, right? Yep, Colston Loveland in the first round. Chicago Bears putting together a pretty decent class. Tate Ratledge, guard out of Georgia. Jack Beck, wide receiver out of TCU, goes to the Raiders. Like we just saw, Mike Green headed to Marshall. Headed to the Baltimore Ravens from Marshall. RJ Harvey, UCF running back. I did not have him up high. I want to see where he ranks. And Trey Amos, cornerback out of Ole Miss. I'm not following the stream right now. Okay, we're pretty much caught up to speed. Honestly, I'm just going to put on this in just a second. We're going to get this caught up because this is not doing me that much good. I'm listening, but I'm not listening to what's happening behind me. So it doesn't do me that good. Let's do this. Back behind here. Let's take it down a little notch. A little bit too loud. Don't want to wake people up. I'm just kidding. All right, let's break down the trade we just posted, or I posted it. We're going to go back to the draft board here in just a second. See what we have here as we continue to wait. We're also going to go over to the Nick Scourton press conference here in just a little bit. All right, breaking down what we have, and we're going to get it pulled up in just a second. Let's share this tab. You guys should be able to see that. So if you're curious how this thing panned out for the Carolina Panthers, I already did the math for you to make it as simple as possible. The Denver Broncos gave up pick 51, 84, 122, and 208. So that is round 2, 3, 4, and 7. Panthers do the exact same thing, just different picks. So they pick 57, 74, 111, and 230. You look at the differential and where this plays out for the Panthers. So the Panthers gain, the numbers on here are a little bit confusing, but I broke it down to make it simple for you guys. The Panthers gain 6 spots in the second round. They lose 10 spots in the third round. They lose 11 spots in, what we got here, the fourth round. So a big swing, 21 total picks lost in round 3 and 4 to really move up 6 spots. I don't care about the gain the Panthers got with 22 spots in the 7th round. 7th round is the 7th round for a reason, and I don't have a lot of hope. But anyways, this is why I'm like, it's not a terrible trade. It's not my favorite trade. But all things considered, and JJ Jansen just tweeted it out, if you're truly measuring value, and I didn't throw this in the draft value chart or anything like that, but if you are measuring the success of this trade and just looking at it, like, you would likely say, yeah, this was a pretty even trade. Maybe the Panthers win if you feel more confident or better about Nick Scourton. I don't know. I'm just glad, the Panthers decided they have their guy. They're going to move up, which they did. And then you still get to retain a decent pick in the third round. Not the greatest, but you have to think about it. The Panthers having multiple picks in the fourth round, they still have pick 114. So they lose pick 111, but I think when they did the math, they're like, sure, we're willing to give up 111. And guys, holy crap, this is habit. I've been staring up. You guys can't see it. I have been staring above my laptop where my camera is always positioned. It's not up there. So I've been up here talking nonstop. Doesn't matter. Anyways, not bad though. I mean, in reality, not a bad trade. So I'm not going to complain too much. Again, especially like being able to keep the picks that you have, because this is all about getting as many guys as you can. There you go. Shamar Turner off the board. Defensive tackle leaves us with the Chiefs and Eagles. Take a way too early preview at round 3. Man, we might be here a while. I may have to switch over to vertical streaming on YouTube for a little bit. All right, I'm going to tap back into ESPN Radio. I know I can't really play it for you guys because I don't want to get shut down. But I'm at least going to tune in for myself, see if we got anything worth listening to. While I do that, let's also go out and we'll see if we can get the Nick Scourton press conference. You may have already watched it. I have not, so why not go pull this up and see if we can get this here. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're gonna do something a little bit different. I mean, sorry, you can't hear it. I gotta stop this. I don't know why I keep pulling in ESPN Radio behind me so I can listen and turning it off. The Draft Room NFL account 8 hours ago tweeted out a video, and they said the prospect I'm most surprised fell to the second round. So he's thinking this guy is first round talent. Nick Scourton, right there, right in front of our faces. He has him labeled as a big twitchy. Let's share. Let's make this easier for you guys. Big twitchy, explosive, heavy, efficient hands. Plays tough versus the run. Freaky change of direction. 10 sacks. 15 tackles for loss. Give me more. I'll take that production all day. That's not bad. I have not looked back at his full college stats, which we can pull up now. Also, why not look at his profile here? Let's see. Listed. We'll go back to his highlight tape, or at least whatever that was, in a second. Maybe. This is not working. I was trying to get up his draft profile on NFL.com. Here we go. Listed at 6'3", 257, 6.4 overall grade. Will become a good starter within 2 years. Panthers need that. 74 production score, 71 athleticism score, 77 overall. Recapping, and played in 10 games. Oh, man, this is a Panther Bow pick. Played at Purdue. 10 games as a reserve in 22. In 23, he was a second-team All-Big Ten Conference. Tied for 8th in the FBS with 10 sacks. Started 11 games. 50 tackles. 15 for loss, yeah. 2024, first-team All-SEC. Finalist for the Lott Impact Trophy, which is the top defensive player who exhibits integrity, maturity, performance, academics, community, and tenacity. So I guess impact is spelled out. Led the team with 14 tackles for loss. Okay, he only had 5 sacks last year. I don't know what, I guess he said the year before he had 10. Doesn't matter. 12 games, started, 37 tackles, 2 pass breakups. Did not play in the team's Vegas Bowl. Well, yeah, a lot of people opt out. He changed his name from Nick Caraway to Nick Scourton while at Purdue to honor his father, Nicky Scourton. Did not know that. I wonder if they'll ask about that in the presser. We'll look at in a second. Sorry, folks. Let's make it easy. I'm making this hard for you guys. Physical edge presence with the potential for creating havoc on all 3 downs. Scourton can power across the blocker's face and into gaps, but is an average set and contained run defender. Well, that's okay. We'll work through that. He plays with adequate hustle and range in pursuit and hits runners with heavy pads. Electric rusher with a mature rush plan and rarely shows opponents the same look on consecutive plays. He won't outrace or bulldoze tackles, but he utilizes tempo, alterations, and a bag full of moves and counters. You know, it's funny. The average Joe reading this as if we fully comprehend. I played football, played in college, all that fun stuff. It's just funny the adjectives that these guys create to just say, yeah, he's a good football player or a bad football player. Teams threw chips and double teams his way out of concern and respect. His size, demeanor, and rush talent give him a chance to become a productive 3-down starter off the edge. Thank goodness. More. Also, when you think about the depth chart, which we'll get into in a little bit, I like it. I like the rotation that they're putting together. Good power and aggression when attacking the point, capable of playing through edges or slipping blocks for disruption. Hounds the play with tremendous change of direction. Forces offense to add additional protection, help his way. Thoughtful rusher. I'm glad he's thoughtful. I'm just kidding. Sets up moves and counters. Alters step cadence and entry angles to keep tackles guessing. Hands are heavy, skilled and efficient in the rush, transition quickness to win inside on spin moves and intercepts. Weaknesses. Looked a step quicker on his tape at Purdue. I don't know how that's a weakness, but okay. I guess he slowed down. He had better food in Texas A&M. Lack of length prevents him from controlling edge blockers. Gets caught sleeping and loses contain. That's not good. You do have to be able to contain. Average acceleration creates average speed to power rush. allows tackles to close the distance and bring him in tight. An AFC regional scout said he plays his tail off and he's always in the middle of everything. He's a force player like George Karlaftis was coming when George Karlaftis was coming out, but Scourton has a little more rush. I'll take it. Welcome into Carolina. We are going to, of course, get into his presser. We got plenty of time until the Panthers pick unless chaos ensues, and you guys will have to let me know if chaos ensues. I'll go check the board just to make sure nothing has happened. Are we done with round 2? Almost. Oh, I like the pick there, Omar Norman Lott for Kansas City Chiefs. We have Philly on the clock. There you have it. All right. Let's go back. Oh, man, did I lose it? No, I didn't. We're going to share this, and we're going to look at a little bit of film. This is just perfect how the algorithm pulls up and works. Take this all day long. Let's look at a little bit of tape. Let's run this back here. Can we do it full screen? All right. Let's see what you guys see. I just have to check. Cool. Looks good on your side too. Oh, let's check it. Oh, what's good? What's good, Reverend? Sorry. I don't know if you caught the tail end of that. Overall, to be honest, I was telling folks at the beginning, I didn't know as much about him as others. Like, I'll openly admit that. And I was looking back at the recent mocks, and for whatever reason, he didn't land on any of mine, which is fine, but high praise. And we were just looking at, that's funny. That's what that's what his prospect profile just said. Talking about he was a little bit faster in 2023. Just look at you, man. Now we just need to sign you up, do all the scouting. Love it. And all right, let's run it. I haven't spent much on him. Let's it. But in the event that the quarterback does something stupid and keeps going back in the pocket and doesn't step up when the pocket's the way it is, and you're there and you make a play, we'll take it. Not bad either. Not a bad route. Oh, this dude, he's going to bring it. Bring that energy, tenacity. I like it. I mean, Panthers, our defense needs it. See, angles are not good. I mean, I don't know why that volume's kicked up. I am not an NFL scout. I'm a person that played football, watched a bunch of film. I mean, when you watch this, you want to start bending that inside. Like, your goal is to cut underneath, get to him now. You see his angle, because guess what? If you go past the quarterback, if you keep rushing down and around, quarterback steps up in the pocket. But still able to make a play on it, which isn't bad. I'll at least take a guy that's got some room to develop. Falls down. Good job containing. That was a good rep. I mean, he slipped and fell, but able to get back on his feet to go back. Good job there, too, on the inside. Hey, he is this dude. This guy is standing over people, stomping over people. I'll take it, man. We need some guys like this in Carolina. So that's all that matters. See, that's not bad. Again, I am not an expert, folks, so you have to bear with me. But I think one of the things that he'll want to improve on is being able to win inside now. The further you go back, which, I mean, honestly, that's pretty close. So the quarterback steps up. That's why you want to bend that thing inside. That's the drills they run. They run it 500 times. You want to be skinny as you can be coming around that corner. If you go deep or if you cut back a little bit, you get pushed out. Quarterback steps up, wide open area. But, hey, guess what? Made the play. I'll take it. All right, we got some celebrate. This dude, he seems like he's going to be a character. Like, I've not heard. We're going to go watch the presser in a second while we wait for pick number whatever the heck we got, 84 for tonight. Unless they move up, we're going to go back and watch that. Good job. Wow. That was a fantastic rep. That was perfect. Watching him off the edge here. Goes down. He's playing the option, which in this case, I mean, I know Texas A&M teach him, at least what we've heard, to crash down, defend against the run. He sees that it's pulled, pivots back, and makes that's very hard to do. Change of direction that quickly, getting back over to the quarterback. All right, let's see what he does off the edge here. Just gets inside. Nice. If you're gonna let me play free and get in, I'm gonna come get you. So you can see he's got a nice skill set. Not bad at all. We'll go back and look at the big board in just a second. We'll also look at the press conference for him because I've not heard it. We'll watch it live on here. But let's go back to the big board. Refresh here, see what we got going on. We got in. Oh, we're into round 3. I like the pick by the Giants. To the Giants. Did they have a round 2 pick? No, I didn't see it. Oh, that's right, because they traded up. But they got Abdul. Yeah, starting off with a bang. Oh, sorry, guys. Y'all don't see what I'm seeing. Darius Alexander out of Toledo, defensive tackle. I like that. So at the end of round 2, who? Andrew Mukuba out of Texas, safety. So board is moving along, man. We're going to have a decent wait here. Hopefully things pick up a little bit. Darius Alexander, though, defensive tackle from Toledo, goes to the New York Giants. Ashton Gillette out of Louisville, edge, goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll sit back and wait a little bit. Let's go out, and I am going to watch the presser in a second. Let's look at the team profile. I don't know if they've updated anything for the Panthers, but we'll take a look. See if there's anything. My friend just asked me, a Panthers fan friend, neighbor, if I thought the Panthers were going to move up for Kyle Kennard. I actually think Kyle Kennard may be there. And to be, you know what? Honestly, double dipping at the edge. Heck yeah. Double dip at the edge. We need it. We need a lot of help. You know, the same way that the Atlanta Falcons needed help and they went through what they did. Sorry, guys. I'm also trying to make sure I get caught up in here. Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't played. Yeah, it's a good question. Wow, 20 years old. That is huge, man. Young raw talent. Dude can't even legally drink a beer. That's wild. Good fact. Yeah, Mr. Hunky Dory. What's good, man? He is fast and limber. His eyes are always on the quarterback. Watch his helmet as he moves. He is always looking in the right direction. He is not just bull rushing blindly. I like it. It's a good pick, man. Should appease a lot of fans, I hope, that the Panthers are able to go out and get an edge. All right, what do we have here? Nothing that I can tell. I guess they got lazy and decided to just do this is pretty lazy. Like, to be honest, this is a really cool tool, but it looks like they just thought about one round and that's it. So anyways, for day 2 for Carolina, they had Donovan as a Roku. I can't say that. Emeka Ibuka, but I think that's Ibuka, excuse me. This is before knowing exactly what the Panthers were going to do yesterday. So they haven't really updated this. So this is not much of a help. But the live board is a really nice resource that we can pull up here. You can go through each of the positions on here. Shedeur Sanders still. Is Shedeur going to fall Is he going to fall to Pittsburgh? That's my question. Oh man, this is I'm looking at what y'all see. It's a little harder to read. Oh, we can't zoom, man. They got this thing like embedded in a table. So this isn't great for you guys, but the Panthers taking an edge, getting a wide receiver. Quite a few when you start to look over here, and again, you guys may not be able to see it. Defensive tackle still on the board. Linebacker, cornerback, and safety. Still a decent amount of safeties on here. I wonder if the Panthers are going to lean in with another edge or go safety or someone on the defensive line or surprise us all and get a tackle. I don't think they're going to do that, but heck, who knows? Let's see where we're at. We still got a decent amount of time until Panthers are going to be picking, which means we can, or at least I can go out here and check out the presser. Let's see what we got. Maybe. Yeah, 14-minute press conference video. We're going to share and listen to this. Hold on. We're going to try again. All right, that's what I wanted. Now you guys can see it. Cool. All right, I have not listened to this, so let's run it.
Followed by Mike K.
And for you guys, I'm actually going to speed it up just a tad because that's what I do. I probably could do it 1.5, but we'll do 1.25.
Greetings, Nick. Jeff Hawkins from the Charlotte Post.
Sorry, guys. That is a little bit too fast for me to play on here. When I'm by myself, I listen to these things at like 1.5 speed just to get through.
Luck and congratulations on the pick. I see you were listed on your bio at 285, but I saw a video of you working out and you look significantly slimmer. Can you talk about your off-season conditioning and changing your body type and how it will help in the NFL? Thanks.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate that and happy to be here. But yeah, man, I was 285 beginning of the season. I kind of dropped down a couple after the first couple games. I was like 275. Left the end of the season 275. Kind of got to my training facility and wanted to get down to 260, and just was on a great nutrition plan. And, you know, learning how to eat right and things of that.
Hey, we'll take that, man. Leaner, meaner. One of the knocks on him that they had was, I'm getting this picked up as you guys are watching. I'm trying to also keep up with the draft. Hey, a lighter version, though, I'll take it. There we go. Harold Fannin Jr. I liked him going to Cleveland. Darian Porter going to the Raiders. Also, if it's glitchy, this is glitchy because it's actually his Zoom that was glitchy, not on our side, but whatever.
Of that nature, and, you know, getting the right amount of sleep and things like that nature. Just, you know, having great, you know, resources at my facility and, you know, them educating me is the big reason and change of body.
Sorry about that. I couldn't unmute it. How do you think losing the weight and will help in the NFL?
I think a lot. You know, I'm a younger player, so, you know, just growing into my body, you know, building those right muscles, you know, getting stronger, understanding my body. I think it would help a lot. You know, I'm quicker, I'm faster, I'm stronger. You know, better conditioned. I just think it's going to help me a lot in the long term.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. This is like.
Hi, Mikey.
Sorry about that, Nick. Congratulations. I'm Mike K from the Charlotte. the Panthers. Nick, you don't turn 21 until August. Like, has it sunk in that you're going to be a professional football player and be donning an NFL jersey and going to an NFL training camp before you can even drink?
Yes, sir. I mean, I've always dreamed of this moment. I think I'm ready, and I'm just excited, to be so young and be blessed to be able to be put in this position.
I'm on the wrong screen, man. This seems like a very good. I mean, his dude is a kid, 20 years old. You can hear him saying, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." I like it. Bring it on.
Sure.
Obviously, have you spoken to EJ yet? He's known for wanting guys with long arms and heavy hands and all that stuff. How do you feel like you would define your style of play as an edge rusher?
Yes, sir. I think just a resilient guy, coming to the game, with great game plans, really good understanding of how to rush and things like that. I think I'm a very instinctive player while also, being a very smart player. You can see I'm thinking on the field. I think I'm very physical. So, I think I'll fit right in.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
Yes, sir. You too. I appreciate it.
All right, we will go to David Newton, followed by Alex, and then Mike Solarte, and over to Cassidy.
Hey, Nick, David Newton with ESPN.com. Did you get advice from teams that you needed to drop the weight? I mean, was that or something you did with your trainer?
Yeah, it was just one to be, tighter, one to be, look better and, feel better. That's all it was.
Okay, and I mean, your sack production at Purdue last year, the year before, was 10 and 5 last year. So, did you feel like you needed to get quicker to get back to that level where you were playing at Purdue?
No, sir. I just think obviously different styles of defense, so different needs, and just knowing like my body. I'm older now. I'm 20. I'm going to that 21-year-old body. I don't need to have all that weight to be able to set the edge. More like a technique thing.
And what?
For those of you who are tuning in, we are listening to Nick Scourton's presser now with Carolina Panthers. Of course, we're going to get back into draft talk in a little bit.
Player maybe in the league now or been in the league that you kind of most model your game after?
I can't really say like one person, but I really love like Brandon Graham and guys like Dwight Freeney and things like that. But I just I try to take as much knowledge from all types of edge rushers.
Thanks.
Sure.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much.
Hey, Nick. Alex Zetler with the Charlotte Observer here. So I was looking at your bio, and it said that you played basketball in high school. What position did you play, and what was that experience like?
So on defense, I played I was dang near like the point guard. Like I played the top of all the pressers. I would run the court. But on offense, I guess I was a center. We had this guy named Rodney who was really good. He's playing D1 basketball. I think he went to Toledo. Yes, sir. He went to Toledo, and man, he was just ridiculous. So he was like our big man, but I was the big man on. I kind of just set screens and got rebounds. So, but I think it helped me a lot actually.
Well, yeah. Tell me how it's helped you.
Just like my footwork, being able to change direction. Being athletic enough to move my feet and then not being uncomfortable. Being able to jump and do things contested with somebody in front of you, and just conditioning. Obviously, basketball conditioning is a whole lot different than football.
And forgive me for the multiple player comps thing, but how many? Like I can't really think of many guys off the top of my head who were the biggest guy on the court, but also played. Also guarded the point guard. Is there like a basketball comp that you have for yourself?
I would say honestly like a baby Draymond Green. Except my post scoring game is much better.
much better than Draymond.
I can make hooks. Yeah, left hand hooks. Dang. I can go up and dunk it. I was pretty decent.
Awesome. I'll be sure to let him know. Thanks, man.
Sir.
Hey, Nick, congratulations. Did we lose you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm assuming that Rodney is somewhere in Toledo telling people, I used to play basketball with this guy, Nick, and now he's in the NFL.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I actually texted him the other day, you know, because he just committed to Toledo, and I was wishing him congrats, and he was wishing me congrats for the draft.
That's awesome. I know that Brian is right there near College Station, so this was a chance to come home for you for this past year. But what all kind of went into that decision to come back to Texas A&M, and how do you feel like this past year paid off as it got you ready for the NFL?
Man, the decision to come back home was such a, you know, it was kind of like a relief when I got the opportunity. You know, at first I was a little bit salty about it, you know, like not being recruited out of high school, man. But you know, once I got past that, and you know, I sat down with Coach Elko and his staff, and I was just like, man, this is where I want to play. I mean, it's all aligning, and I think it paid off, man.
Elko is a heck of a football coach. I hate Texas A&M just because, of course, don't have to remind you guys. Team right here. Yeah, the team that took down number 10 Texas A&M at Willie B. We were there. We shocked the world. That's fun. I like the best.
Make some great
He's a good
connections,
coach.
play some great football. You know, I played in the SEC. Was able to, you know, go and, you know, win a couple big games. You know, I lost a couple big games, but, you know, just to be like able to, you know, go to the SEC, man, and have success was just like a, you know, it was a big honor, and especially due to my hometown.
So you were salty about not getting recruited by Texas A&M coming out of high school?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think changed between then and when you were able to go back and, you know, they did want you to be there this last year?
Honestly, just, you know, like ranking, like, you know, coming out of high school, I didn't have many offers. And then when I hit the portal, you know, I was kind of sought after. So that was kind of, you know, dope. But yeah, I think that's all it was. You know, just opportunity. You know, maybe they thought I wasn't good enough in high school.
Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hey, Nick, Mike Solarte with Spectrum News 1. Congratulations on making your way into the league. You go to a defense that needs help. The fan base was clamoring for a defensive pick in the first round. Instead, they go to the second round and get you. You're the first defensive guy taken by this team. What do you bring to the table with what you see for Carolina, and how quickly do you think you can assimilate to fit in?
Yeah, I mean, what I see is, man, you know, bringing in, you know, a nasty demeanor, you know, a guy with a chip on his shoulder, and a natural born leader, you know, and a guy who loves football. You know, I'm coming.
I gotta tell you what, too. He's like a very nice person. Compared to what we just saw on tape, this dude is a monster on the field, but very nice off. It's like a gentleman off the field, but on it, nope.
To, you know, compete for a spot, man, and, you know, compete to win a championship. You know, I'm not coming to, you know, just say I made it to NFL. But you know, I think I can add a lot to the defense just by, you know, being myself and, you know, coming in and working hard and, you know, getting around the vets and, you know, just getting better.
What would you attribute as to your biggest strength? Is it your strength, physical strength, quickness, tenacity? What's your calling card?
I think just my competitiveness. I really don't like to lose. I think it's like almost like, I think it's the worst thing in the world. Like I hate to lose, and I think that's just kind of what, you know, drives me to, you know, get better. I think, you know, having a guy like that is very important on every team. You know, hopefully all you guys are like that, but I think that's what I bring, man. Just the aggression, the passion to play the game.
Terrific. Thanks very much.
All right.
So thank you.
We will finish off with Joe Person and Mike K.
Hey, Nick, congrats. Hope you're doing well. Couple questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Couple questions for you. What was your how big did your diet change when you decided to get healthier? Like, give us an example of like what you were eating and then what you started eating differently.
Yeah, I think it's just it it wasn't necessarily like a crazy like diet change. It was more like understanding how to eat. When I first got to A&M during the season, I was trying to figure out like my routine, and basically I was like, I was skipping breakfast, skipping lunch, and then having like a big dinner. I'll have like some pasta and carb load up, and right before I go to bed, and it just wasn't right. And I'm snacking throughout the day, it just wasn't right. And then I actually got like meal prep. My dad got meal prep from this store in College Station, and it just gave me a routine and a consistent diet of how to eat. Like they had my breakfast and my snacks and things like all lined up for me. It just took one thing, one less thing on my plate to worry about, and it made the most sense. And I should have been on it earlier, but I was just being ignorant.
And you mentioned your dad. I read, I think, where he was your NIL agent. What kind of deal did he get you with the Aggies?
My dad was not my NIL agent.
Okay.
He was just God helping me out in that process, man. And I was taken care of by A&M, man, and I really appreciate it.
Was it any kind of cool marketing deal you had, or any local businesses that you were working with?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. Not really.
Hey, last one. Just wondered, like you talked about your competitiveness. What when you look at, they've got Clowney, DJ Wanham, just got Patrick Jones in free agency. Where do you think you fit in, and what have the Panthers told you about your immediate role?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't spoke about that. I just got drafted, man. But I think just going in there and competing. I mean, it's football at the end of the day. The best man plays. Those are some great guys, man. I'm excited to get around them. Hopefully, them take me in and coach me up and help me get better. But at the end of the day, man, I'm here to play early and wherever that falls in. If that's on special teams, all 4 phases, or if that's starting on defense, that's where I'm shooting for wherever. I'm coming in here to compete. So,
thank you. Congrats.
Sir, thank you.
Hey,
Sir,
Nick, I'm back again. Yeah, I'm back again. You brought up Brendan Graham, which is kind of an unusual, like, top guy to kind of, I mean, probably a lot about his career, but do you see yourself being used the way he was, kind of inside, outside, up, 2-point stand, 3-point stance? Do you feel like you can be that type of versatile chip?
Yes, sir, for sure. I think that's kind of something that's attractable about me. Like, I have gotten a 4-eye and played a 4-eye, or I have been in the 9 technique. I have dropped in coverage. I feel like I can do all of that. So sliding inside on 3rd down, or sliding in 3 technique, I can do that, and I love to do that. Or being a 9 technique and rushing run on, I love that as well. I think the versatility is really a thing that is kind of said about me.
Thanks.
Sir, thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry, I have not been able to get you guys caught up in the chat. What's going on? Let's see what we got going on here. I agree. For those who missed it, yeah, that was Nick Scourton's press conference, not by me. Maybe one day, but that was his presser. We were just going back and watching. Humble, modest, understands the moment. I agree. Hey, you're good, man. Panthers moved up. If you are looking to get up to speed, don't worry. I got you covered. Give me 2 seconds, and I will give you the latest. You only missed 1 draft pick so far. I can share this for you to make it as simple as possible, and for anyone else that missed it. Carolina Panthers in round 2 waited, and finally at pick 51 decided to move up and get the guy who you just watched through the presser, Nick Scourton, Texas A&M. And I got to say, we feel pretty good about it, at least so far. I think the majority of the fans do. In the trade, the Panthers gave up pick 57, 74, 111, and 230. So that's round 2, 3, 4, and 7. In exchange for pick 51, which is round 2, 84 round 3, 122 round 4, and pick 208 round 7 for the Broncos. A lot of picks swapped. Pretty even trade. Panthers gain 6 spots in the second round. They get the guy they want. They lose 10 spots in the third, lose 11 spots in the fourth, get 22 spots in round 7. So I think it's pretty close to saying that this was a break-even trade or close to it, in my opinion. Not bad at all. We're going to actually, let's go through the comments, and then I'll get back over here. Let's just make sure I get through them. Yeah, Nick Scourton. This guy is for real. Good size, 20 years old. I'm all for it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's not one that I'm like upset about, which is important. So let's take a look at the board, because I was watching that the whole time. I did not see. I just want to refresh in case anything else happened. The Panthers pick is slowly getting here. We are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 picks away. So what is that? 12 times 7. Oh, God, we're going to be here another hour. We're going to be here another hour. Oh, my gosh. It's all good. Here to hang out tonight. Darius Alexander out of Toledo, defensive tackle. Ashton Gillette, edge out of Louisville to Kansas City. Harold Fannin, we talked about. Darian Porter to the Raiders. Kyle Williams to New England. Isaac Tesla. I don't know if you say it that way. Wide receiver. Lots of wide receivers off the board there. Well, it's not that much. It's that many. 2. Vernon Broughton, defensive tackle out of Texas, goes to the Saints. Look at the Buffalo Bills building out their defense. Landon Jackson, prospect a lot of folks liked. And the New York Jets getting a good cornerback prospect in Isaiah Thomas. Nice. Not bad at all. Let's go back. Who did the Bills got? Who did they get in round 2? Oh, my gosh. Am I going crazy? I swear they picked defense. Yes, TJ Saunders out of South Carolina. So heavy focus on straight defense for the Buffalo Bills. I like their draft. The Buffalo Bills, you get starting cornerback out of Kentucky, Maxwell Harrison. You get TJ Saunders for your defensive line in round 2. And then in round 3, Landon Jackson, edge. Very solid defensive draft for the Buffalo Bills. I like it. I have no idea what their offense looks like. But anyways, 2025 live board. So we have a poll running right now. Let me close this. You can be a part of it. We're going to look at 2 things. We're going to look at the poll if I can find it. Which position? So the poll is on X. See, Reddit forums are going to hate on the draft so far. Yeah, I feel like no matter who and what and how they are selected, people are going to get upset. Yeah, gotta love McDermott. Big year for them. I feel like there's pressure to win. But we have a question out here on X right now. Which position do you want the Panthers to pick at 84? 65% of the votes. So it's very early, and I just posted it. 65% of the votes right now want a safety. I guess you could technically drop a comment too on here. A safety, a cornerback is at 7%. So folks not really high on that. Some folks want another edge. And then a linebacker is in the mix as well. So we'll look at the prospects here in a second. I have 2 other things, to be honest. Who are you starting at outside linebacker out of this group? You have Jadeveon Clowney, DJ Wonnum. You bring in the new addition of Patrick Jones in the offseason. You have Nick Scourton, recently drafted, DJ Johnson, and Amari Barno. Not bad at all. And then you take a look at the overall state of the Carolina Panthers defense. there to me, if we can get a decent safety here, a nice nickel, maybe another edge, maybe a defensive front, a lot of picks to go. You have to feel pretty good about the Panthers defense. Like there's no way they cannot improve. I just don't see it happening. The Detroit Lions are the last team to be one of to basically have back-to-back years as the worst defense. It's possible. It could happen. But looking at the additions, so one, you have Derek Brown coming back, who is injured, we know. That's very nice to have. Bobby Brown, Tershawn Wharton, new addition. Trayvon Moehrig out of by way of with the Raiders. Christian Roseboom. Why? Okay. I was looking over at motherboard. Patrick Jones, and then recently drafted as of an hour or two ago, Nick Scourton. I guess it was only an hour. And with many more to go. This is going to be and then behind this, you look at the depth. Now, I know some folks aren't high on Shy Tuttle, but Shy Tuttle in a rotation, not terrible. A'Shawn Robinson, I don't know. Will it be Turk or A'Shawn that starts? Doesn't matter. Having either of those guys in your rotation is good. I still would like another linebacker. Like I like the addition of Christian Roseboom. I'm not sold on Claude and Cherilus, and I don't know. I don't know about Trevin Wallace either heading into this year, but hopefully he takes another step forward. No, if I'm the Carolina Panthers and this thing holds out for however long it holds out, I'm just going to say it. Why not go ahead and bring back Shaq Thompson for a year? I understand they're concerned, but if you have him in here in the rotation, why not? Why not consider bringing him back in here? Like, I'm all for it. I am all for it. All right, I got to get caught up here to. We'll bounce back over to. Holy sheet! Look at you guys. We did move up and get Princely. Look, dude, let's go. Oh man, now I got to know what the Panthers they gave up. This is what I get for turning this off. Listen in. Heck. Yes. Hold on. Let's go back over here. Nice. Panthers move up. Like we were just talking about edge. Add Princely to the mix. Wow. Well, whew, what a move. We were just talking about what the Carolina Panthers could do. They could play the same role as the Atlanta Falcons, picking up two edges. Man, this room is going to look different, folks. Wow. I am honestly a little bit shocked that happened. That is insane. Y'all guys broke it because I was in the zone just going through stuff, preparing for pick 84. Wow. That is nice. What a nice addition, man. Go back and look at. I know we had him in a few of our mocks. Where did we go? Yeah, I originally had him at pick 57. Had him in our second round pick. Getting him all the way in the third, yes. Fantastic news. Look at that. Look at that. Moving on up. Carolina Panthers. I am all for this. Now we got to update. Man, we got to already update the graphic. We got a new addition. Who are we bumping down, folks? It's a competition. DJ Johnson, Amari Barno. And I mean, this is smart when you think about Jadeveon Clowney. You think about DJ. Well, primarily Jadeveon Clowney being at the end of his career, and DJ Wonham, who still younger, but no doubt getting towards the end. I like this for the Panthers. Man, I guess everyone that was complaining about defense, that is nice. I know Ejiro Evero has to be ecstatic about this. Giving him some playmakers. Wow. Let's do this. Oh my God. ESPN crew is ripping this pick, saying he is a 6th-round project. This is ESPN radio that I'm listening to. They said he is a 6th-round project. I don't believe it. Not at all. Really good prospect. All right, we're going to pull up his info here in just a second. I'm trying to get this updated. Got to do another update already. Let's see. We got a new depth chart to look through. Let's share this. I got to go ahead and post it out. Already changing. Uman Yellen. Is wild. Man, well, that seems like that would be it. I have to, man, we got to look at the compensation now, man. I'm just trying to do 5 things at once. This is one of the side effects of trying to live stream all this stuff. You don't really get it. Let's see what we got. Man, it's pretty light out there right now. All right, let's go. I'm sure one of our Joe Person or Mike K, they're going to have it here in a minute. Nope. I'm still not seeing it, but big numbers though, man. That's exciting. It is exciting. Wow. Well, we got to edit this tweet. Let's get this updated. Update this last tweet where, let's do this here. Man, that's a good problem to have for the Panthers. You were terrible at getting to the quarterback, terrible rushing the passer. Like, I'm all for this. Man, I will take it. Take the competition. All right, what is the compensation? What exactly? Man, oh man. Well, you know what? That poll was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted, folks. A lot of you guys wanted a safety, or at least the people voted for the poll, and it did not pan out. It did not. Yeah. ESPN can I will say though, my local ESPN all day. That's good. Good moves. DJ Johnson, Amari Barno, man. Y'all are gonna be fighting for jobs. Depth chart is insane. No, I appreciate it, man. I'm just messing around saying I can't keep up with all this. I'm trying. I got too many tabs open too. That's half the problem. All right, can we get word on compensation? Okay, round 3, pick 77 for round 3, pick 85. Dude, this is a perfect trade. Round 5 pick. Panthers basically gave up a round 5 pick for this. Panthers have plenty of round 5 picks. So only giving up 1 pick, you move up a few spots, you get an edge that you have wanted all day long. This is a great trade. Man. 22 picks left in the 3rd round. It's moving right along. I can halfway listen to ESPN now that I know that we are not, at least that I know of, going to be trading up. All right, man. Let's do this. Let's drop the Panthers updated draft picks. Round 1, pick 8. Let's get this going out here. Got to feel really good about this draft. You get a star-studded wide receiver for Bryce Young, and then you get to work on the defense. You move up a few spots. You don't really give up a ton. You get 2 edge players. You didn't give away a first-round pick like the Atlanta Falcons. This is fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Here we're gonna. I'm posting a simple summary on. Let's see if we can go out to here. Oh, let's try. Man. Here we go. Pick 51. I'll catch up in the chat too in a second. 151. Hey, if you were upset that the Panthers didn't go edge yesterday, they definitely made sure to listen to your needs today. No doubt about that. Another edge off the board. It's nice. So we're going to also take a look now. I mean, the Panthers should be done for tonight. We're going to update our picks. We're going to update everything. You're going to see this in a second. It'll make a lot more sense. Just looking at the state of what we got going on for tomorrow. Also look at the trades and get all that outlined. Let's see. All right, so that's good. I don't like how it does that. Let's try. Flowing through. Let's see if we can get an update for you guys. Panthers.com usually does a good job. They have like a draft tracker. Oh man, it's getting late for me. Thank goodness they traded early. Let's try news. Let's see. They usually have like a big draft tracker. You know what? We can still figure it out. Let's do this. and get it figured out for you guys. All right. We'll get it. And good there. Okay, that's better. Almost. You'd think these websites, ESPN's not bad. I mean, it tells you the pick as it is in the round, but not the overall pick, which, I mean, isn't going to really hurt anything. But here we go, 2025 draft tracker. Isn't it on here? Maybe. There we go. Not. Oh, hasn't been updated. Dang. It's all right. We can do some math. We can figure this out ourselves. Get it all sorted. Get it out. $114. Do we have another presser coming up? We do. We'll tune into that in just a second as we get to hear from Princely in just a little bit. Rounds 4, 114, round 4, 122. Make sure we get that right. Pick 208. And then the Panthers have their 2 fifth-round picks. I'm just making sure we get. Why's this going off? How many times are they going to ask about Shedeur Sanders falling, by the way? There's so many excuses and nobody just saying that, you know what, it's just not a good fit right now. All right, here we go. 114, 122, updated. Round 5, pick 140. Pick 1. Let's get this right. Oh, I'm doing this updated. 163. 140. All right. I'm going to break it down. Nope. We'll do it all in one. All right. If anything, nonetheless, or for myself, this will just be this will be nice for me to be able to know what the heck, man. Round 2, 51. Round 3. I just needed a chart for this, but it doesn't matter. 4, 122. Uh-oh. that reading, oh my gosh, looking to be dominant once again. Wow. So the Carolina Panthers still, do we have this right? Yes, because they only gave up a fifth. So they have 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 7th round pick to go. Not bad at all. All right, I'll get caught up in the chat here might as well get caught up in the chat. Hey, Y'all have a good one. Oh, he did get his jersey retired. I don't know. I think he will possibly be okay. He's going to need to get to the right spot, but it's a big jump. A lot of people have him mocked so high up on there. We're going to go over to Princely's presser in just a second. Carolina Panthers likely done for the night. Let's refresh what's happening. Got a few more draft picks to go in general, but Jordan Birch, edge to Arizona, Jalen Noel. Man, Texans stacking up receivers. Justin Whaley, Dylan Fairchild out of Georgia, Kevin Winston Jr., the safety to Tennessee, Caleb Johnson, running back to Pittsburgh, Jacob Parrish, cornerback to Tampa Bay. Only a few more picks to go. And we'll share a state of the Panthers draft class right now very quickly. Tetora McMillan, Nick Scowerton, Princely Uman Mielen. Not bad. So coming into tomorrow, they'll have 114, 122 in round 4, 140, 163, and 208. Good chance to pick up a few more defensive players in rounds 4 and rounds 5 for them. So not bad. Double dipping on edge. We needed it. You know what? Before we jump over to the press conference, let's take a look very quickly, and let's share this. Looking at his draft profile on NFL.com, 6'4", another big guy, 244, 6.29 prospect grade, will eventually be an average starter. An 80 production score via the combine, 69 athleticism score, 75 overall. Man, nice. 4'7", 240, 1.62 split, 38 vertical, 10.6 broad. You see the cone and the shuttle. Played 7 games as a reserve in 20, 13 games as a reserve in 21. Led the team with 9.5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks in 22. Played in all 13 games, 11 starts. In 23, he was a second-team All-SEC. Led the team with 11.5 tackles, 7 sacks, started 12 games. Give me more and more and more sack production for this team. First team All-SEC this past year, tied for 10th in the FBS with 10.5 sacks. Come on. We need playmakers. Edge. Played in 12 games with 6 starts. Brother Princewell played edge at Nebraska and then transferred to Mississippi for 2025. Brother Prince played defensive line at Tarleton State. Draft projection, round 3, finesse edge. I don't even have him at the bottom here, or that's just other highlights. Ooh, that's not even what we need to. I don't know why they're. Okay, that was part of it. You have some highlights. Hold up. We're gonna look at that in a second. Maybe. Finesse edge defender with traits, athleticism, and upside to have his sack production translate to the NFL. Uman Mielen is a serious ground gainer with burst, stride, and bend to create shallow edges, leading directly into the quarterback's drop space. He's not instinctive and takes predictable pathways to the pocket, but he's simply hard to keep out of the pocket due to his attributes. He lacks play strength and aggression. As a run defender, he will have trouble setting edges. It's a good variety of pass. Like the guys who are here now, part of those guys good at setting the edges. You think about Clowney, DJ Johnson even. Not bad. He will have trouble setting the edges. Might not be an early down option earlier in his career, but ascending stand-up edge rusher who might be scratching the surface. I love it. Good size with great strength and loads of rush production. Speed and stride create favorable angles at the top of the rush, dips below redirect blocks to flatten, tighten to the pocket. I'm not going to read all that. More finesse than physical as a run defender, below average hand usage Rarely controls the edge blockers, rush plan, and counters are still a work in progress. Hey, not bad at all, though. Some of his highlights here. Let's see what we got. I don't know why this is looking like. There we go. Off the edge here. Oh, yeah. Athletic. There we go. It looks like all the sacks. So, oh my gosh, that's a little weird. Why is it Princely's highlights? Oh my God. I was like, this is bouncing around for a second. Okay. I don't know why it's taking a second. All right, sorry. Dang. Sack production. Beat him off the edge, get to the quarterback. This is great. I think I got confused because the profile on there did not make sense. Good spin move. Oh, right into it and forces the fumble. Dude, he spun right into that. Look at him moving. Panthers fans got to be excited about these guys. No doubt about it. We don't have to really skip through his combine highlights. If you want to see him move, you can. Nice, nice, nice. All right, it's a little late. And so we're going to close this thing out, but I'm going to see if we can hop over, look at the press conference for Princely. Oh, this isn't for Princely. This is for Dan Morgan. I'm not going to watch that. Sorry. We'll evaluate Dan Morgan's press conference tomorrow. I don't necessarily feel like doing that right now. Whatever. Screw it. We're here. We're going to watch it on. Can I speed it up? No. Unfortunately, I can't, but let's try. Let's see what we can do. We have comments turned on the chat on Panthers video. Maybe they're opening things back up. All right. We're here. I was just debating on this, on whether or not I want to play this because it's late. I'm tired. It's an hour and a half into this thing. I have to watch it anyways. No, I'm changing my mind. I'm exhausted. We're going to pass. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we will be back, not live streaming tomorrow because that's during the day. Kiddos are going to be up, so cannot really do that while they're awake. But we will be back recapping the entire NFL draft day 3, tweeting as much as we can, keeping you guys up to speed. And of course, tons of video and content coming out. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great evening.